specialty soaps and the Wild Summer Soap Series collection thing. If you would like to check out our Spotify playlist for Wild Summer, we put together like a cool car driving playlist for all of you guys out there to enjoy summertime and get your groove on. You can sign up for our email list for monthly sneak peeks. We won't overload your inbox, just 1 or 2 emails a month. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. I'm all over social media, blah, 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 blah. You've already heard it before. Let's talk about what's really important. This soap is iconic. I'm gonna make this again. I promise you it's gonna come back out of the vault later on because it's too good. If you do like this soap, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a like, that really helps us with the algorithm. I sound like a desperate, needy beggar. I'm like, please, press the like button. But I don't want you to press it unless you like the soap, okay? I do have some self-respect. So without further ado, let us make Campfire S'mores. Okay, y'all, let's get to making this soap. I hope you guys have loved the Wild Summer collection thus far. This was probably my favorite one to design of this year. I love Flora Fantasy. I loved the Cosmic Fairy Tale, but there is just something about summer, girl, it just makes me so excited. It's just so inspiring and happy, and it just reminds you of the good old days. I'm 25. Am I allowed to say the good old days yet? Am I allowed to refer as the early 2000s and late 90s as the good old days? I guess I am. Let's blend. We all good and blended and everything. I want the inside to sort of mimic a real life campfire s'more. So I'm gonna have 4 layers. 1 for the bottom graham cracker, 1 for the marshmallow, 1 for the chocolate bar, and 1 for the top graham cracker. As you probably already know, the fragrance oil blend that I'm using today is going to discolor the soap to be quite dark. I'm gonna try to mitigate that, but I'm also just gonna let it run its natural course. I mean, heck, it's got chocolate fragrance oil, it's got marshmallow, which is basically vanilla fragrance oil, and it's got graham fragrance oil. In the marshmallow layer, I'm not going to be adding any fragrance oil. We want to keep that nice and white, but all of the others are going to have fragrance oil, and those are going to be the ones that are probably going to go very dark. I'm willing to trade off the inside being bold and vivid for the fragrance oil, because believe me, once you smell it, oh, there's no going back. It's so good. So let's begin with that bottom graham cracker layer. I'm adding titanium dioxide, some Aztec gold mica, and my fragrance oil blend. This is a blend of 3 different fragrance oils, and I have tried many different blends. All right, let's blend this up real quick and pour it into our molds. Now, these graham cracker layers are a little bit important to get straight. They are crackers, after all. And I added a little bit of apricot seed powder to these so that they would look a little bit, you know, crunchy, like there's wheat in there or something. I'm trying to make this look like real life, okay? The next layer is obviously going to be the chocolate, okay? This is how you make a s'more. You gotta do the graham cracker, put your chocolate on that, and then put your hot sticky marshmallow on it so it melts the chocolate to the graham cracker, okay? None of this chocolate on top nonsense. No, you gotta put it on the bottom and squeeze it, and then the warmth of your hands, you know, it melts it all. Like, that's the way. You gotta put it on the bottom. This is actually a little bit runny, so I'm gonna let it set up for a little bit, and then we're going to move on to the chocolate layer. Here's something kind of cool for the chocolate layer. I have mixed up not only dark brown oxide, but also real organic cocoa powder. Cocoa powder is actually quite beneficial to your body in many ways. Now, if you dope it all up with sugar and stuff, that's not going to be quite as healthy. In fact, you may lose all nutritional value whatsoever, but the actual cocoa bean can be quite good for you and is actually good for your skin as well. Let's mix this up like this just for fun. Ooh. Add our fragrance oil. Let's blend it up. Okay, gonna break the fall with my spatula here. It's still quite runny, which is good. Turned my molds a bit to the side so that I can see if we're looking even on both sides. And we are. Everything is looking nice and thick. So now I'm gonna take a spoon and texture this brown layer. That way it looks like the marshmallow and the chocolate are all oozing together. If you wanted something that looked really perfect in this layer, you could get a soap scraper tool from 𝐊𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐺𝐻. She has really cool 3D printed plastic soap scrapers, and they fit these brambleberry molds perfectly. She's got really interesting shapes, including a volcano shape. That's pretty recent, I believe. All right, those are pretty set up, so I'm going to scoot them off to the side, and we're gonna mix up the marshmallow layer. Marshmallow time. So for the marshmallow layer, all I'm gonna do is put in some titanium dioxide. I know that's so boring, but if I add anything else, it will turn a funny color. Marshmallow layer is ready to go. Okay, time to pour the marshmallow layer on. I'm going to do so quite delicately because I don't want to mess up that texturing on that chocolate layer. All right, come along to this second one here. Oh, it looks like white chocolate mixed with dark chocolate. I want dessert now. This is excellent. Okay, let me mix up the final layer. Final layer. And again, being very careful. I'm not 100% sure how set up that white is. It's actually performing so well. I keep finding that certain chocolate and vanilla smells really slow down your soap batter, which is so nice because if they're going to discolor, they oughtn't be too much trouble. Am I right? Like, you don't get 2 marks against you. You only get to do 1 naughty thing. Alrighty, the base soap has been complete. So let's move along to the soap frosting. And I have to tell y'all, I can't take hardly any credit for this soap frosting design. This was completely Caleb's idea. I had something else planned for the top of this soap, and he was like, wait a second, girl, I've got a better idea. So, if you haven't figured it out yet, we're putting a little fire on top of this soap. We're gonna start with the lighter colors and move along to the darker colors. This is how we did the demolition of the ring, which was a Lord of the Rings inspired soap. I can link that video for you guys right now if you wanna watch it. For fire frosting, I like to leave things as peaked as possible. You can probably see here, this is a very sharp peak. It's very pointy, and that looks very good as a cut design. There's a little free tip for you if you want to try a fire soap. All right, next is the more vivid yellow. And one of the cool things about these soaps is that every single one looks so unique. Even though most of the middles are gonna look pretty similar, the actual tops are gonna look very different because depending on where this kind of plops over, the soap may have more yellow or more orange or more red. It just kind of depends. And then one thing I like to do in between layers is just take a popsicle stick to move around any of the colors that, well, they just need to be fixed, or the yellow just needs to move down on the soap a little bit. It just makes editing the bar, for lack of a better phrase, a little bit easier. Right, here comes the orange. Just gonna put this right on top. This is the one I typically like to make a little more spiky on the outer corners. All right, let's spread this around a little bit, make it kind of spiky. Gonna turn it to the side a little bit so I can see who's getting mounded up and who's kind of flat. All right, just gonna kind of poke about now that everybody is relatively even. All right, time for the red. Now for this layer, the first thing I'm gonna do is basically try to get a good bit of that orange covered up. I'm not gonna shape the fire or anything like that just yet. I'm just gonna try to get all the red in place first because I actually have a little bit of a mica drizzle I'm gonna be putting on top. One side done. Let me pretty up this second side. Okay, so now we have relatively the same size bars. I did not scrape out my mica containers because I wanted to add a little bit of the yellow and the orange on top just so it looks like, you know, the flames are all licking up. It's a fire. It's not uniform. And I can't decide whether I'm gonna make the flames stick out with a popsicle stick or a spoon. I'm gonna start with a popsicle stick. I don't think I like this. I think it does need a spoon. Where is my spoon? I found it. Oh yes, that's much better. It kind of smooths it all out a little more. Yes, makes it very spiky looking. Ooh, this is fun. You know, I typically make my soaps in order, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is the first soap that I'm making this month. Sometimes I just get so excited about a design, I don't go in order. I make that one first because I'm excited and I want to. All right, looks excellent. And now for the embeds, toasty marshmallows. So here's what we did. We actually took these white melt and pour marshmallows, and then to make them look like they've been, you know, toasted, I took some activated charcoal, I dipped some of the tops in it, and then I just rolled it around. Oh my gosh. History just got made. That is the first time I have ever dropped one to my recollection. There might be like one other time, but as far as I can remember, that's the first time I've ever dropped one. You guys have witnessed it. It actually landed in just the right spot. How lucky is that? Anyways, I'm gonna be a little more careful now. I just dipped it in activated charcoal and then shook up the bag. So now we have some roasty toasty marshmallows waiting to be put in. They look perfect. There might be a couple more of them that I actually go through and dust a little more after the fact, but for right now they look really good. And I am gonna put them in all different like shapes and angles and stuff. And yeah, Caleb gets full credit for the roasty toasty marshmallow in the fire design. Some of these marshmallows are a little more roasted than others. Like this sucker right here is practically burnt. My dad always burned the marshmallows whenever he cooked them for us as kids, and then he was like, no, don't eat the burnt part. Pull it off. Like pull off that little marshmallow skin and then it's perfectly warm on the inside. But I couldn't help but thinking as a kid that that was just a waste of a marshmallow. Campfires in the summertime were something that I experienced as an older teenager whenever I lived in the city. Obviously, we weren't doing bonfires. But whenever I went to my grandparents' house, they had some land in Tyler, Texas. My grandfather did them quite often. And that's one of my favorite things that I remember from childhood is him making bonfires in the backyard. And honestly, there's just something so nice and comforting about being with all your loved ones around the fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even really a nature person much. I'm becoming more of one as I've gotten older, but I've never considered myself an outdoorsy person. Never really liked camping or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, mind you. I just don't like it. I don't like bugs. But a little campfire with friends, that feels different. I've never gotten to do a campfire on the beach before, but they always do them in movies and they look so magical. And I wonder, to those of y'all who have done that, is it as magical as it looks on TV? Last little embed. Yay! We're done with the Campfire S'mores soap. Excuse me? Oh, y'all, I'm so sorry. I still have to put all these on. That's probably the worst flub yet. Man, this is a frosting of first right here. First time dropping the embed in the soap. First time just completely forgetting like an entire row of embeds. What the heck? I can hear so many of your brains right then just going, no, Katie, no. Oh, no, why would you say that? Why would you start turning that mold? No. Okay, is everybody in? Looks like it. Y'all, I know you can barely see the actual soap. I'll hold it up so that you can see it a little better. Yes, please. Good golly, I'm obsessed. So for all of the high tops this month, I'm gonna have to use Natasha as the cutter because they all got so tall and she's the only one that can make the clearance. But for the low tops, we'll use Evangeline because I know y'all like that nice clicky noise. Okay, y'all ready to see this? I'm ready to see this. Oh my gosh. I love everything about it. This looks like a little chocolate plant is growing. Look at the top and everything though. It's perfect. I think most anybody who would look at this soap would know what it's supposed to be, which to me always feels like I've achieved the ultimate thing. If I can show this to people and them go, oh yeah, that looks like a blah, blah, blah. And it's actually what it's supposed to be. I'm like, all right, the design is spot on. Now you guys can see it is starting to discolor a little bit here on the corners and it will eventually all be that sort of light chocolate brown, but this one is so dark in comparison that it still very much looks like a graham cracker and chocolate. Let me take a whiff now that it's been sitting. Oh my gosh. It totally smells like the super just delicious treat. In the future, I wonder if I should add sort of a smoky smell. The only thing that keeps me from putting smoky smells in soap is that you either love them or hate them. It's not like a neutral scent for most people. It's like a, oh, that smells amazing, or I hate it. And I typically try not to be too polarizing with my fragrances. That's kind of how Dragonfire and Brimstone is. Like, I love that smell. I think it smells amazing. It is one of our best sellers here at Royalty Soaps in our diamond soap range, but I'll tell you, my mom thinks it smells like garbage. Like, she's like, it smells like a fire. Why would anyone want to smell like that? I've told her so many times, some of us just like to remember the time of Dragon's mother. The question of the day is, and this is not one that I can leave in the upper right-hand corner, you just have to answer it in the comments section. How long has it been since you have had a campfire with your friends or family and made s'mores? I am sad to admit that it has been a couple of years for me. My brother Elisha loves to make fires. He loves it. And all of my younger siblings do that every single summer. Elisha would probably do a fire once a week if he could. And so they've done it a lot more recently than I have. And I'm just gonna have to tell them, okay guys, I'm invited next time. So be sure to vote on the question of the day. Leave your little comment down below. Y'all, look at this. It makes me giddy. Okay, come on now, though. Come on, it's so good. This could actually be used for quite a few different designs. We've done the fire soap on top before, but now I'm starting to think about other things I could throw into the fire. I've already thrown in rings, so don't say that. Cast it into the fire. Caleb and I have just started watching The Lord of the Rings for the first time. Lord of the Rings is heavy on my mind right now, okay? Caleb and I are watching the extended Two Towers movie. I'm obsessed with Lord of the Rings, but he's only seen it like one other time when he was 13, and I was like, well, we're gonna have to remedy that right now. So basically everything I see right now, I'm like, what reference can I make? Lily tries to come into the bathroom while I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm like, you shall not pass! Or how about when there's a little bit of Bluebell ice cream left in your freezer and you open it up after a really long day and you're just like, my precious. See, Lord of the Rings quotes are applicable to everyday moments. Anyway, I've completely lost my train of thought and don't know why we're still here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, please give it a like. Only if you did, though. Why are you still here if you didn't like this video? Seriously, you stuck it out a really long time. I'm kind of impressed, honestly. I should be giving you a like. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, okay? Do something fun for yourself. Go have s'mores with your friends. Go out and watch The Lord of the Rings so that you too can leave me a Lord of the Rings themed comment down below. I would love that. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. So until then, bye for now.